I can see. Okay. It's a little dark, so let me start. All right, everybody. Okay. Um, let's do this again the second time. I want to talk about a revelation I got about energy, but if you follow my ministry, I mentioned this before that energy. I said the energy is gonna be the currency of what coming for the new earth is a currency for the new earth, but I was well, it's not wrong. It's not the currency from the new earth. It's been the currency on this earth, our energy. So, in order to disguise energy, what they did, they create materialistic currency. They create a materialistic currency in every country, every area of the world. And we're spending this materialistic currency, but we never think like, oh, there's a deeper spiritual aspect of what this money is made of. And that doesn't change that this money that we spend on a daily basis, and we do everything for this money. That doesn't change that it's very powerful. It's very powerful. It's built upon who we naturally are, who we are as divine beings. Like everything else, as you're looking at me in the right now, and you see this lady, this black lady. But listen, this is not who I am. This is just the physical aspect of us, a bit of me. Behind this, there's a spiritual, there's energy source behind this physical aspect of us. But what they told us when we came into this earth, they want us um, to focus always on the physical aspect of us, because the physical aspect of us creates another form of energy, and the spiritual aspect of us create another form of energy. So there's two types of energy. There's the natural energy, what we call nature, and there's the physical energy, what this world is built upon. And that's what I tell you all the time. It's electricity, it's magnetism. Okay, so the electric part of us is the masculine aspect of us. This world is built upon masculinity, and everything is physical. Everything is short term. Everything in this world does not satisfy our divinity. Does not satisfy our true nature. It's temporary. That's what this other form of energy. The true energy is magnetism. The true energy is magnetism. It's the feminine energy. It's what source comes from. That's the true source. That's the true source. The magnetism, femininity. Yes. So that's the true source of who we are. So when we're in this world, and I did a video too, about what are we banking on? What's in our true bank? What's in our real bank? We only look at the physical bank, but what's in our energy bank? And that energy bank, that's what determines how prosperous we are. The true us, the true energy. So when you go to work and we're seeing our paycheck and we're looking at this $100, this $100 is for the physical work that you do. What's in your spiritual bank? Because that determines your prosperity. That determines your sickness. That helps your community. That helps your family. Anything or anyone that their energy is depleted has to die. in physically or spiritually, even marriages, as I was just shown. If you don't put in that divine energy in your marriage, it is gonna die. So if we focus only on the physical, okay, I'm making $10 million, um, and I'm good. And so in your physical bank, you have $10 million. How much do you have in your spiritual bank? And how do you get money in your spiritual bank? I mentioned marriage. How do you get energy, the spiritual energy in your bank, in your bank? Listen, where attention goes, energy goes. Energy goes where attention goes. Energy goes where attention goes, the true energy, because then it has to be manifested. Not the physical energy that you look at, like, oh, my husband is handsome, or my husband has a nice body. No, not that energy. That energy is for the physical bank. What is it for the spiritual bank? So the spiritual bank is how much you love that person, the truth. That's the fruit of the spirit that's talked about in the Bible. How much you appreciate that person, how much you love that person, how much you're thankful for that person to be in your life. That's the true energy, and that's what determines how your marriage works. And it's the same thing on our jobs. Are we just going there? I'm just going there, and I'm just gonna do the minimum and get my paycheck and out there. And yeah, you get that paycheck for $100, but you have $100 in your physical account. What do you have in your spiritual bank, in your energy bank, in that nature bank, in what this world truly are, in what you truly are? Did you go out there and bless someone today? Did you go out there and try to make a difference? Not to please your bosses, not to be recognized. Did someone ask you for a cup of tea today and on your job, and you'll be like, I can't bother? Were you talking about your coworkers? Hmm? Were you talking about your coworkers? Were you talking about your bosses? Those negative energy. Their negative energy, those energy, it does not represent who we naturally are. The true energy represents who the divine feminine is. The divine feminine is love. God is love, and that's how we get energy in our bank. And we get energy in our bank. We have to give it attention. What happens when we give something attention? Let's use our marriage. Energy goes where attention goes. Attention. Remember, I tell you, there's two forms of energy. So you could give attention in a negative way, and you could give attention in a positive way. So when you give positive energy, that positive energy manifest. That positive energy manifests in your marriage, manifests in your home. In even the way we talk to our children. Yeah, we correct them. That doesn't Positive energy doesn't mean that if they do something wrong, you don't call it out, but you use discipline. You discipline with love. You discipline with love. That's a currency. That's the energy you pour into your children. And what they taught us, especially for us who grew up in the islands and many other race of people, that we were disciplined with the belt. We were disciplined with the whip. So we grew up traumatized. So we're starting from a place where all we know is trauma. All we know, we don't have any true energy in our bank. So as we grow, we have to bank up that energy for us, and that's how the church came in. But what the church did, yeah, you could get some true energy from the church, but the church teach us how to be dependent. True energy, know that, hold yourself responsible. We are responsible for everything in our life. When we bring, remember, where when we give something our energy, when we give something our attention, what we're doing is manifesting whatever that attention is. And that's how this realm is work. I'm telling you, don't think about the physical world. Make sure you have some good energy in your bank. Else, when your energy, the good energy you have, starts depleting, your health starts failing. And that's why some people live in poverty for such a long time, for generation to generation, because they're out there making the dollar at whatever cost. And if you notice, some people live in poverty and they have long life because they go out there, and even though they're making a penny, their energy bank is so full of good energy. They don't talk about everything. They do everything for a willing heart. And you might look at them and you might say, "Oh my gosh, look at them, look at their." But if they're satisfied, if they're thankful, and if they give praise and thanks, oh my God, their currency bank, their real true energy bank is full, but the physical bank is so depleted. So don't judge anyone by what you see in the physical realm, like the bigger the house, the how big the house is, the cars they drive or whatever. Look at how they treat people. Look at how healthy they are. Look at how blessed their children are. Look at how long they live. Those are the things we should aspire to do. Those are the things we should aspire to do. And I'm going to take it, as I was getting this download, I'm thinking, I can't help think about the poor countries. Why are the countries so poor? Why are the countries so poor? Because as what's happening within us is also happening in the wider universe. And let's go to Africa, and the Caribbean, and whichever country. And we're talking about, as I'm thinking about this, they're poor based on this worldly perception. They want us to think that the countries that we see, like Africa and Caribbean, and maybe in South America, wherever in the world, that they are poor because financially they don't have the physical facilities. Well, are these countries really the energy bank? The energy bank in these countries are really high. These countries that has portals, these countries that still deal with nature, still get their food from nature, their houses built on nature. Who said that? Because let's take USA, because they have the latest technology, and they have the biggest building and the nicest roads and all that. That they are their physical bank is large, but what happened to their energy bank? Their physical energy bank is large. What about the nature bank, the spiritual bank? What's in there? What's in there? And that's what we have to look at. Remember, this world is inverted. So how can these countries let the nature energy manifest into the physical realm. And what I was shown is these they put these leaders in charge that doesn't put attention on the country. You know how white Trump come and say white Trump logo is build better, is America first, because he wants that manifestation. You know, what some of these leaders in poor countries, that we're begging other people to come in and take care of us. We're not manifesting what's already in. We have the currency to manifest. We have the nature currency, the spiritual currency that's coming out of the land, that's coming out of the ground to manifest whatever we want our country to look like. So what these puppets that they put in control does is they don't go out there and they don't sell. Let me say Jamaica. Let me start from home. One Jamaica. We want Jamaica to be bigger. We want roads. We want everyone in Jamaica to have the nicest house. We don't have to see money because the currency is already there. We just need the manifestation. We need the people to start thinking like that. We want to send the hope and change like Barack Obama. We don't want to know how we're thieves and how we're wicked and whatever, because they know the truth. They know that that's not who we naturally are, but that's who they want to project. So they create what they have in us manifesting in those countries is crime and violence and poverty. They don't want us to tap into the currency, the nature currency, the spiritual currency to manifest good roads, health, and strength, and good living in the country. Because if our attention goes there on good things, whatever things are pure and true, what we want for our family, what we want for our children, it will be manifest because we have the currency. I hope if this video find out you get what I'm saying. So next time when you want anything, don't think about the physical currency. Think about what you have in your spiritual bank, what you have in your nature bank. Have you built up enough energy there? Have you walking by faith? I don't even talk about faith, and not Jesus either. Faith or Jesus or believing in Jesus, that's not what it is. It's about you, how you represent yourself. Are you sitting in people comments and throwing chasms? What's going on in your home? Are you negative? Are you talking about other people? Huh? What's in your case? What's in your? Remember, that money in your energy bank, in your spiritual bank, your nature bank comes out every time you do something negative. When you're on your job, are you doing your best? Are you pushing over? Are you lying? Are you stealing? That's what all the commandments come in. What is banked up in your nature bank? Be your authentic self. When we be your authentic self, that's the most currency. That's the most energy we get in our spiritual bank, in our nature bank. So please, please, if you're out there, I hope you understand how we're going to change this universe. Remember, energy goes where attention goes. Wherever you put your attention, that's what we manifest. We manifest. Don't manifest what they want us to do. Don't be caught up in what our leaders are showing. They understand the laws of the universe. They do. And if you keep in negativity, and your spiritual bank, your nature bank keep depleting and depleting, eventually your health is going to be depleting. the electromagnetic field around your body is going to get smaller and smaller. We don't want your electromagnetic field to get small. We want it to expand and expand and expand. And this, when it gets smaller, that's when we start coming down with sickness and diseases. We want to extend our electromagnetic field to, 32 feet wide? To 32 feet wide. Okay. All right. Anything else I want to talk about? So the today's topic, I did it yesterday and somehow I don't have a volume. I hope the volume is on this. There's no one listening, it says. But I hope the volume on this is that someone can hear me. I think they can hear me. Um that's what they're talking. Okay. So yeah. So remember the true energy. Don't look at money. Look at money. When you get money, the physical money. Look when you look at it. Did I get this? I have $100. How much is in my energy bank, my spiritual bank, and how much is in my flesh bank? The physical money is the flesh bank. When I get this $100. How much is it? Listen, you control your bank. You control the energy, but the most important thing is what's in your nature bank, what's in your spiritual bank. You could have the physical money, and your other bank is empty, and eventually the spiritual realm manifests into the physical. Eventually, if your spiritual bank is depleted, eventually it will manifest in your physical bank. Don't let anybody guard your attention, guard your energy. Did I talk about what is energy? Energy comes from what we call the divine consciousness. It's your divine power. So don't give it freely to any and anyone. Don't give it freely. Walk in your truth. That's where you get your most currency from. Be your authentic self. Don't be what this world wants you to be. And another thing where we get our most currency from, don't keep giving everyone your energy. Keep going to church, and if you want to go to church, whatever, but make sure you're getting it from, make sure it's building your soul, it's building your spirit. Go outside, grounding. It builds our energy. Touching the trees, loving nature, love on every level build our build our currency bank. Don't just build our physical bank. And remember, I said our physical bank is what's in this world. It's only the things that we can see, and we never thinks about. We talk about other people. Go deep in the scripture and understand what the Bible is trying to say. Whatever things are pure, whatever things are of good report. Stop thinking. Stop talking about other people, and stop talking bad about other people. Go within, look into self. All right, that's it for me today. Be blessed, everyone.